All right, and I'm going to mute everybody, okay? All right, now we will start officially. Okay, I got it recorded. Okay, well, hi, everybody. Hi. Okay, all righty. So, lots of great things to talk about. We'll do announcements really quickly, and then we got lots of great training. So, Jana's going to tell you guys about something that we're going to start, and we just made it up, so you guys don't even know about this. On Friday nights, all the Friday nights in this month, okay? Because we want us to have guests, right? We want to pack the house with guests, and our guest count has gone down drastically, and so we're going to change that, right?
Yes.
Right? We're going to change that, and so we're going to offer some fun events. We're going to start with some Friday night fun events, and then Monday nights are going to be beauty experiences. We're going to rotate back and forth between the charcoal mask and microdermabrasion, okay? So that, just know when you're booking people, you can ask them that, or let them know about that. So many things to talk about. Final Four Power Start Challenge. You guys all know you're working on your Power Start, right? And the faces, and the 100 faces to honor Mary Kay Ash's birthday, like Debbie talked about. You guys, people use that to book people because people will help you. Just like Debbie found out, it's a great reason to get in front of faces. Just tell them, I need your face, I need your face. And of course, you guys can earn prizes this month. Elizabeth and Amanda earned the prizes for last. Elizabeth earned her beauty coat. So as soon as it comes in, I'll be giving it to her for doing her 30 faces last month. And you guys can do the same thing. Earn your beauty coat or your trunk organizer or a color display. It's going to be awesome. Okay. That, and then you guys know the Preferred Customer Program, the PCP, ends April 17th. Okay. You guys do know what that is? I don't know. We have some new people. Okay, let me explain it really quickly. So the PCP program is the Preferred Customer Program. And each quarter, Mary Kay is going to send out a catalog. Mary Kay will send out a catalog to your customers. And it'll have a sample of the new product. Next month, it's going to be the new TimeWise 3D. And so I would highly recommend being one of the first people to get the books, because once they sell out, they sell out. Once they sell out, they sell out. And so if you wait till the 17th, you may not get samples sent in your catalog. So they send catalogs out next month when the new catalog and the new product comes out to your customers, but you have to sign up for it by April 17th. Okay? So be sure to sign your customers up for it. It's on In Touch. Do it. I would do it as soon as possible.
It's 76 cents with tax per person that you sign up.
76 cents with tax per person that you send. Thank you, Courtney. And that includes the catalog, the sample, and then shipping. Which if you try and just do shipping for one catalog, I did it today, it's $1.25 or something like that. Like So it's a really, really good deal. Mary Kay will do that for you. So be sure to sign up for it. And what it's going to do is it's going to help. You can come in. Oh, I was just standing there. It's going to help with customer with retention. It helps with reorders. You know, the more you can keep your name in front of people, the more likely they are to come back, right? And then, of course, we have the new product coming out next month, right? You guys excited about it?
Yeah.
Okay, I have to remind myself of what my promos are that I'm doing this month because my brain is all over the place right now. But I want to remind you guys how you can earn the new stuff. You guys remember? You can earn it from your sales and then from team building. Okay, so you can earn, so the new product comes out, the new TimeWise comes out next month. You guys can earn it because I get to order it. I get to order it at the end of this month, the 20-something of this month. So I'm going to be able to order it early for anybody who earns it this month. Okay, so you'll be able to get it 2 weeks before everybody else. Okay, so anyone who orders a $250 wholesale order is going to get one of the mini. Okay, so there's a full-size Miracle Set and then there's a mini. All right, so it's a travel size, which is really cool. So if you order 250, you get one of the parts of the mini set. If you order 400 wholesale, you get 2 of the parts of the mini set. If you order 600 wholesale, which is where I want you all shooting towards, because then you're going to get your bracelet, you get a full mini set. So you could use that to demo. You could be able to get it on people's faces and use it for yourself sooner than everybody else, right? The full mini set, yeah, at a 600 wholesale. And then you're going to get an invite to Inner Circle. And I'm going to tell you about that in a second too. So 600 wholesale. Order 1,000 wholesale, and you get one of the full miracle sets, full-size miracle sets before everybody else. Okay? So that's the wholesale way to earn it. You can also earn it by moving up. And any new red jacket this month earns one of the mini sets. Okay? So you get into your red jacket, which is 3 active. You earn the mini set. And if you go on target for your car, which is what? 5,000 wholesale and 5 active team members, you earn 2 of the big full-size retail sets. Okay? And so you go on target for your car, yeah, which you're going to be, right? You're going to be.
Yeah.
What is this little funky little thing? Yeah.
I'm not accepting this.
No, but it's on target for your car. So you have to do 5,000 between you
I thought
and
you
your
were
team.
talking about ordering. I ordered 2 and I was just like,
Right. So you've already earned one of the full-size retail
don't
sets.
accept this
Yes.
stuff.
But you are going, oh no, they broke the vase. Oh
no.
Oh, well, okay, that's right. Sorry, I didn't mean to draw attention. I'm sorry. Okay, go on target for your car. Get 2 of the full-size miracle sets. When your team does 10,000 wholesale, because I want you thinking big, right, ladies?
Yeah.
Every single one of you can do 10,000. Courtney and Christina, their very first months in business, they did over 10,000 wholesale. Very first month in business, did over 10,000 wholesale between themselves and their team. How many career chats do you think you shared with that month? How many people do you think you shared with that month?
I only shared about 10.
Yeah, it was really good odds. It was like 10, and she had 5 new awesome people come in, and she went to her for a car. You like her. And how many? She shared with 60 or 40, something like that.
I think it was
Like
40.
40.
I think it was 40 the first 30 days, but
Yeah.
like 20 probably the first.
Don't
that
go with
last
my
6
odds.
months.
Yeah. So I'd say minimally you share with 30 people and have them follow up with me and actually talk to me on the phone. It's always best in person. If you can get them in person, it's always going to be better. So those are the 2 ways that you can earn the new product for free. There's one more thing that I just decided to do. I haven't even told them yet. Is anybody who does Inner Circle this month, and we had our Inner Circle yesterday. It was super fun. Those of us, the people that ordered 600 wholesale or more. Where are you at that were there for Inner Circle? Woo-hoo! Okay, the Inner Circle this month, what we're going to do is you're going to get to try the new product.
Woo! I am there.
Like literally you're going to be the first people that are going to get to try it on their face. Okay? So so write that down as your goal. If you want to try before everybody else, anyone who does Inner Circle this month, because I'm going to, anyone who does Inner Circle this month is going to get to actually try it on their face. We'll do a full facial for you guys. I just made that up. You good with that?
Oh, yeah.
And so how do you do Inner Circle? $600 wholesale this month. You earn the bracelet. It's gorgeous. Has anyone earned it yet? I know Chelsea's earned hers, but does anyone have it in? Becky's earned it. The one this month. Got it. You just earned it. Good. Okay. Well, bring them in once they come in. Yeah. We want to see them because, yeah, they're gorgeous. Yeah, I have things sent to my house because. What does it say, Christina?
Action.
Action.
And it has a little clapboard on it. Yes. Oh my God, I seen it today in the plaza. My closet today. I was like, oh, normally I don't pay attention to the bracelets. I didn't want to try it. But
No, it's really cute.
I really like that one, Mom. That was fun.
That one's yours.
Yeah. So, Inner Circle, y'all are going to shoot for Inner Circle this month, right? By doing faces, you're going to be able to come and try the product before everyone else, okay? The first one to find that out. The other thing that we did yesterday, which I know I really enjoyed, was really spending time with the leaders. Our red jackets and above came to my house at 2 p.m. And where are you at, my leaders? So shout out really quickly, like, why they should all join us. So it's going to be something I'm going to do each month just for the red jackets or more in our future area, because I want to be focused on leaders and have us pull a tight-knit community where we're there to help each other and stretch each other, but also it's going to be special leadership training just on you and growing as a leader. So share really quickly why they should earn it. Elizabeth, starting with you, since you're right here by the camera.
You have, I'm just going to call up my example from yesterday. You have emotional breakthroughs. And in a smaller group like that, it's easy to be vulnerable. It's easier to be called out on. And, but it's
In love.
Good. It's in love. Everything was. And the support system that you get, like, obviously I had an emotional breakdown yesterday, but it was good because I was surrounded by my sisters. So, what? Well, I mean,
break
it was breakthrough. Yeah, okay. So breakthrough,
Yes.
yeah. But I mean, I wasn't doing it on my own. I was in the corner crying by myself. I was surrounded with love and uplifting. It was great. And I mean, just having that mindset be changed now. So now my mindset is a lot bigger than it was going in. So you're going in with one mindset, you're coming out with the whole. Yeah.
Yes. Anything recording?
I think it's easier to run as a leader when you're around other people who are running in their vision too.
Right.
And so just being around other people who are doing
Yeah.
the same
Being
thing.
reminded and sharpened. We talked about how leaders need to be sharpened. Love it. Tonya?
I would say that it's great to build those bonds and also with like some of the major leaders. And not only that, but it's really great to have like one-on-one time with not only Candace, I mean, she's the #1 $1 million director. So, I mean, people are fighting for her attention, you know what I mean? But then there's like Christina who did it in 3 months, and there's Jana that did it in years. Like, there's just a different like takes you can get from each person, you know what I mean? So you can, because you're not going to be like Candace or be like, you know what I mean? Like, you can figure out who you bond with, but you can get their input from everybody. And so that's something that I think is really awesome.
It's good. And you make it your own. Yeah.
Right.
You know, make it your story. It's good. All right, Dina.
Affirmation, accountability, dreams. Waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning thinking about those dreams.
Good. Renew vision of
Getting
your dream.
affirmations again from my word this morning about your dreams and about are you ready for the call? That was my word this morning, and it was just yesterday, taking yesterday, then this, and then like the things that you get from being around other people pouring into you, and then what you what are you gonna do with it? Because you can sit here and listen to what they have to say all day, but what are you gonna do with it? And it's about to go down.
Yeah, look out. I love it.
It's priceless. You know, the friendships that we're building and the just getting poured into, but also being able to share your own experiences and just realizing that we're not alone and that, you know, no other job are you going to get a standing ovation for having $1,000 day.
Yeah.
You know, and then, you know, everybody in this room is desired to have that feeling and then to get honored for your work.
Pretty awesome.
It's priceless. So.
It's awesome. And Pam, you were there too, love. What were your takeaways?
My takeaways were building those relationships and having that separate time. I always would like to have more of that time with you guys.
Yeah.
And just getting that knowledge and just being around leaders, your mindset changes.
Yeah. So come hang out with us. You earned to be a part of the Big Girls Club. So by the way, I want to remind y'all your homework. It is due by tonight, your plan, just so you know. So remember to follow up with me about your plan on self-improvement. Remember? Just so you know. Your homework is due tonight. No, you have the longer you wait to get better. And you're putting your own personal growth up. So how much are you worth it, Courtney? So just thought I'd remind y'all, I didn't get anyone's homework, so we need to follow up about that. But it was my birthday, so I wasn't working anyway. So you have till tomorrow, to all of you, to follow up with me and to talk about your action plan, your growth plan. Okay. So we want you to join us. So next month, get your red and above and get to join special leadership training. And then after that inner circle, those of you that order 600 more get to try the new products. Woo! Oh, so exciting.
Let the ladies on there know that they can join us.
Yeah.
They're far away.
For the leadership training, yeah. We can't let you try the product far away. No, we had Roxanne in California and Kristen in Texas join us online. And Dartmouth, yeah, so it's cool. So my leaders that are not local, if you're local, you're not allowed to join that link. So just so you know. It is a different link. Yes, it's different. No, you have to be there in person. So yeah. All right, because I want the community, right? We want the community. All right. Any questions or announcements? Ready to jump into some training?
Yes.
So we're going to train about two separate things. I'm going to start off with time management because I've been hearing a lot of people recently say, "Oh, I'm just so busy and I can't find the time I can't find the time to do this. And here's the deal, is we all are busy, but it is a matter of, first of all, planning your time, and then setting down to make your plan and then sticking to it. Because we all have time. We all have time. I mean, Christine is a perfect example of busy people do best at this, right? She worked 60 hours a week, take care of 6 kids, and figured it out. You know that here. So I want you guys taking notes, because I'm going to share a lot of tips, and the more you write down, the more you're going to remember. Here's the deal. Those of you that say it's a time problem, I am not looking at anybody in the room, but I would question. I'm going to look down when I say this. I'm going to question that, because usually it's not a time management problem, it's a priority management problem.
Can you say that one more time?
That right there is why I did not look at anybody in particular, but I'm just being honest and real that I'm going to start this off, because time management, we've all heard about the weekly plan sheet, and I'm going to definitely go over the weekly plan sheet and explain about it. But here's the deal. This is a nice little piece of paper. If your priorities aren't in order and you're operating in fear and you're not operating out of passion towards something, you're probably not going to make the time no matter how fancy your weekly plan sheet is. Okay? So this is a tool to help you, but really everything starts with an internal drive and desire that you are going to make the time and find the time no matter what. Because when the drive is there, you will find the time. Here's the deal, is we make time for things that are important to us. And we find money for things that are important to us. How many times have you heard somebody's like, oh, I'm so broke, but they find money for alcohol or cigarettes?
Wait, hold
right?
on. Debbie, share about your party. What were all these women saying prior to the party?
Remind me.
When they were all saying they were broke, and yet you made $1,000 at a party full of broke women.
And one woman spent 110 that always talks about not having enough money.
Mm-hmm.
Always.
Yeah. It's about people have money.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with time. You have the time. It's about making the time and prioritizing your time. All right? Because Mary Kay always said that Mary Kay should be third in our lives, not 33rd. And that's what I see too many people do is, you know, God first, family second, career third. Of course, if you have a job in there, you got to go there too. But then they put everything above their business and they wonder why they're not successful, right? Where usually it's fear. It's fear. And when you are so passionate about something and you have your mind made up, you make the time. Okay? So, sorry. Yes, please share.
And like you were saying, the priorities. I don't remember which national it was, but it was LaRonda.
Mm-hmm.
She said, every time something happens in your life, Mary Kay is the first thing you give up. No matter what's going on. It might not have anything to do with it, but that's the first thing people want to give up. Why? Why is that the case? Why is it prioritized in that way? And you got to think about that. When something happens in your life, what's the first thing you say? Oh my God, this is going on. I'm going to put my Mary Kay on hold. Right? That's what I hear everybody saying all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, life's really busy right now because of this and this and this. So Mary Kay's got to get. What?
Yeah. No, it makes no sense. When, ironically, if you're having a financial crisis, if you're having an emotional crisis, that should be the perfect time to pick up your business because it can help you, A, pay for that financial crisis, B, get you through the emotional crisis. You know what I mean? And so, but I see a lot of people when life happens, that's the very first thing to go. Very first thing to drop. Which if you had a job and you had an emotional crisis or a financial crisis, would your first reaction be, I'm going to quit my job? No, that would be the dumbest thing ever. Why do we do that for our business? You know what I mean? And so I would just cause you to question yourself. Okay, so we're going to start off with a very simple tool called a weekly plan sheet. And I'll pass one of these around. You guys have all seen this. It's a very elementary concept. But here's the deal, is we all have the same 24 hours in a day. But a lot more people are much more productive with their time. And we've always heard it said that the busiest people do best in Mary Kay. It's the weirdest thing, but nobody in the room is allowed to say I'm too busy and I can't find time for Mary Kay, because the busiest person can find time. Once again, it's a priority management. Yeah, you have to make time. You have to make the time. So this is a very simple concept. You're gonna look at your week at a glance, and because you've got to actually get it down on paper. You got to actually get it down on paper so you can actually see your week at a glance. Did you take mine? Okay. It's behind the here. Okay. Okay. All right. I want to show you what this is going to look like. This is what it's going to look like. Sonia was so great in that she made hers all color coded. Okay. So your homework is to come up with something that looks like this, but yours. So for hers, the blue is work, right? The blue is work. And so whatever your JOB is, that's where you're going to start. Okay. So your JOB, put that on here. Whatever responsibilities you have throughout your week, you start with that. Your God time, your church time, your family time, your whatever things that you're involved in. Like on her, she has her kids' practices and the games and all of that stuff, okay? And it's really nice if you can color code it, okay? So this is a very simple concept. And then you can see visually where you're gonna fit your Mary Kay in, okay? So you put your whole life down on paper. Put your whole life down on paper. And then you can visually see where the holes are, okay? Because what I've been told is that if you wanna work this on a very, very part-time basis, if you can find 1 to 2 holes a week, and by holes, I mean just like a 1 to 2 hour time slot, you can go anywhere you wanna go. Well, that's kind of a part-time thing. If you can find 3 to 5 holes a week, you can go anywhere you wanna go, okay? It's about working it consistently during those times. So this is a very simple concept. We all get this, right? Y'all could write this down on paper, put your week down on paper, right? Those of you that work shift, yeah, great. Those of you that work shift work, like I know you work different shifts every week or every couple weeks, you know, then each week would have a different shift work or a different weekly plan sheet. But you got to make it pretty. So that's where it starts. Very simple concept, right? Very simple. But here's the deal, you guys, is you're your own boss. And so you determine when you want to work your business. So first of all, you got to make a plan. All right. That's step number 1 is you make a plan, you put it down on paper. Step number 2 is you work the plan. That's the really important part, okay? We can make the coolest diagram and have I've seen people come up with all these markers and these really cool fancy sheets and then never use it. This is like your boss telling you when you're gonna work. But once again, that goes back to prioritizing yourself and knowing that you're worth it and that you need to work when you say you're gonna work. That if you worked a normal job and you didn't show up when you're supposed to show up, you get fired, right? That you have to respect yourself enough that if you say you're working Tuesday nights or you're working whatever times that you say you're going to work, that you actually work during those times. Now, going along with that, what do we do during those working times? Income producing activities. What would those be?
Going out and getting leads, facial parties, booking bliss.
Again, organize my inventory.
No. Organizing inventory, not income producing activity. Nope.
No, that's working
That
on
exactly.
Facebook.
No. Not income producing activities. Those are what we call the creative avoidance. Let that sink in. You're avoiding doing what you know you need to do in your business. If you don't know what IPAs are, here are the only things you need to be doing during that time. Getting new names. So like Elizabeth said, going out, meeting people, prospecting, meeting new people, bookings. So you're setting new things up on your books, whether they're facials, parties, career chats, you're getting new things on your books. Third thing is a skincare class or a facial. That is what you're doing during those times. Fourth thing is career chats, okay? Those fourth, or selling something, like you could be delivering a product or, you know, making customer reorder calls or whatever, right? Follow-up calls, stuff like that. So here's the deal. Anything involving people. And people hours are 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. So people time or people, things that involve people, that's what you do during those blocks, okay? And if you spend those blocks really working those things, if you can find 3 to 5 holes, you can go anywhere you want to go, like I said, but you got to stick to it, right? Here's the second piece about this that's really important. Let's say you have a time set aside for Tuesday night and you have a facial set scheduled Tuesday night. Then the facial cancels last minute. What do you do during that time? Yes, we do not have a pity party and go downstairs and watch TV and mope all night. Okay, I know you may be tempted to. I know, I've been there, right? And then you feel worse. Elizabeth just had it happen. What, Friday or some other night? Tell what happened to you, where your appointment canceled.
Saturday.
I'll tell you the story.
Okay,
She
I'm like,
had
wait,
her appointment canceled, and she used the time to get on the phone, and she got 2 new bookings on her books. Okay, that you use that time to like which time, I don't know, but she has learned that if you have that time set aside, you use it for your business. Okay, simple enough concept, right? We've all got this. We all know this.
And if you book your facials here on a Monday, you're not wasting any time because you're
making money.
For your business. You know what I'm saying? So take advantage of here. And plus, you can invite multiple groups of people. And if one group of people doesn't show up, you still have all those other people.
Overbook.
And especially with scheduling times, one thing that one of the nationals said is do it outside the home. Vicky said it, yeah.
Well, no,
So if you have a facial party, go outside. That cancels, still go out. Go do booking calls with Starbucks. Go somewhere, because if you're gonna do it at home, you're gonna get distracted. I've done it sometimes where I set my car and lock the doors in my husband's home, but I'm still like there in case of emergency or whatever. But I'm secluded off to the side, or I've gone to Dutch Brothers and sit in the parking lot and do whatever. But you're physically leaving too.
And post your weekly plan sheet so the whole family knows.
That's huge.
That's work time. That mom's working during that time.
Yeah.
My wife is doing Mary Kay at that time. That's on her schedule. That's her work time.
My husband likes that.
That is super important.
Put it on the fridge, and then everybody knows. Oh, at this time there's something there. And I put a calendar up below my calendar, so that if there's anything important for the kids, like they have a school play or something going on, they have to let me know it's important to them by putting it on the calendar themselves.
Yeah.
They'll be like, Mom, I need your time here.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, so that time now goes.
Yeah. And then the other
You
thing,
gotta teach them to respect time.
Yep.
And you have to respect it.
And then you have to, going along with that, if you put that that weekly plan sheet up there and you get them on board, because you have to get them on board.
Yeah.
Second, to follow up what she just said, you have to respect yourself that during those times you actually are going to work.
Yeah.
Because here's what I've seen happen. They put it up in front of their family, and it's Tuesday night and that appointment cancels, and they have a pity party, and so they stay home and watch TV with their family. So the lesson you're teaching your family is Mom isn't really working on Tuesday nights. Does that make sense? That she said she's going to work, but it's a maybe. And so guess what? They're going to call you. They want to go to the mall. Hey, Mom, will you take me to the mall? It's Tuesday night. And the mom, because she didn't stick to her plan, says, oh, yeah, I'll just take the kid to the mall this one time. But what you're teaching them is to not respect your time for your business. That is huge. That if you say you're working those times, you have to stick to that. And it's not that you're putting your business first. It's that you are prioritizing your business over everything else, because otherwise everything else will take over: the dishes, the laundry, the emergencies. Here's the thing is there's no Mary Kay emergency. But you have to, and one of the things it says in the tips I was going to read you is don't make everything a crisis. And I see women walking around in crisis mode, and it's stressful to watch them live life. Everything is this big, huge crisis. You guys, that something with priority time management is it can wait. Most things can wait. They can wait for you to finish. And if you worked a normal job, you're not just going to say, oh, I need to call in. I need to leave right now because, I don't know, something happened at home, or what did you say? XYZ, where we drop everything because it's your Mary Kay business.
thank you.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Yes, you definitely have to put the weekly plan sheet up on the fridge and then work those times and let your family see you working those times. And they know, just like if you were another job, hey, Mom's working her Mary Kay. And if you leave, like Elizabeth said, then you're not going to be around it to have them be like, oh, she must not be working. She can take me somewhere.
What I do personally is I sit down with my husband and we go over it together. Like I have him, okay, what days, and I have to do it weekly with them because his days start, his definitely sorry. But his days changes because once a month he does worship team, and then another time so 2 Thursdays a month he's gone. So I have to figure that out. So I sit down with him like, hey, can I work this night, this night, this night? He's like, yeah, but I want you home this night. Okay, cool. So here's my time that I'm gonna be gone. Can you watch kids? Yeah, I got it. So it's kind of, you gotta have that communication if you're with a spouse or whatever. But that's just me. I don't know. I just wanna throw that out.
Yeah.
Because I know some husbands or others are just like, oh, well, this is taking a lot of time. That's when you get them involved too.
You have to get them involved. Yes, absolutely.
Can I add something?
Absolutely. Mhm.
As far as like tacking on what Christina said about your kids, my kids are little. I mean, they're 5, 3, and 2. Yeah, they're there. But even my 5-year-old knows if she doesn't bring me home a paper from school about something she wants to do, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
So she will bring me home what she wants to do, and we will fit it into the schedule.
Yeah.
But if she doesn't prioritize that, I'm not going to make it happen.
Mhm.
And my 3-year-old, she has. She broke into my makeup, so she has her own makeup. But on Monday night, she knows
I
it's
love
Mary
it.
Kay time, so she will go and pull out her own Mary Kay stuff. And she's just so set into that schedule that it's Monday night, and that's what she's gonna do. My little guy could care less, so 2-year-olds not so much. But the older ones, they do watch you and they do learn from it.
And from what I've heard from moms, here's another little time management tip I'm going to share. Is if you have little ones and kids at home, work in small increments of time and reward them. Like here's one thing that I have heard some of my friends do is they have, like, let's say mom's making booking calls for 20 minutes and there's special toys at the top of the fridge that they get to play with only during booking call time. Like, make it a fun game to where they get to, like, do fun things while mom's making booking calls. Mom has to go in the room for 20 minutes. You get to play with these special toys, and you have to, leave me alone for 20 minutes and then maybe reward them with something. And I've had moms even make timers where they're like, okay, let mom do calls for 20 minutes, and then maybe they play with them for 40 minutes. And then 20 minutes, let mom make calls, and then they're play with them for 40 minutes. So the kids know they're still feeling important.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? And I've also, like Elizabeth said, to get your family on board. Get your kids, like we talked about yesterday, having a dream and having, like, if you want to take your kids to Disneyland, if you want to take your kids something that you're earning, get your kids involved so that they see like a graph or something that they know that they equate Mary Kay with that trip to Disneyland. Right? Instead of like, Mom, you're leaving all the time, and they're pulling at your heartstrings, and then you're like, oh, then you feel like the world's worst mom. But it shows them the discipline of hard work, and also that you can have anything you want if you're willing to work for it. That is a lesson that you can teach your kids that is priceless. So make a little, like, just graph, and then say, hey, every time mom goes to a facial, like I remember one of my directors years ago, her girls wanted this big pony, like it was a big cool thing, not a real pony, it was this big pony. And she made this thing that, like, she figured out the math that every time mom went to a facial, they would get like some credit or whatever towards a pony. And it was something like when mom did 100 facials, they got the pony. And so every time that mom would go to a facial, they're like, all right, we're earning the pony. She had these cool little coin system and this whole little chart thing that they got to put the coin on the little board every time mom went to a facial. And they were like, bye-bye, mom, go, we want our pony. Like, it gets them involved. Does that make sense? It's a different perspective. And then she's excited to go work her business, right? Instead of feeling like, oh, I'm away from my kids, right?
And find out what they love.
Right.
And find out their love language. Because I was like, we're going to do Disney, when this happened. And my son hates Disneyland. I don't know what going to Disneyland is important to you.
Ah!
Yeah.
Yeah, that works really well.
No.
He doesn't know how cool Disneyland is yet.
And he's been to
Oh.
Disneyland. He's like, I love it so fun.
Quality time, so
we'll do something else.
Gina, I know
I
and
was
add
just
something.
gonna say, and if time with your kids is, you can't get away from them, I've started doing a mommy and me facial
Mm-hmm.
at my
Yeah.
house. And it doesn't take much. You have a living room, even the mom can sit the mirror on her lap and do a facial right there. So don't let that stop you
Yeah.
from making it happen.
I go out with my daughter 3 times a week.
Yeah.
I push her in the stroller.
Look at
She's super
kids.
cute. I really do. I'm not gonna lie. But I mean, it works. And then the other thing too with the time management is someone said do the house chores and stuff during the wake time, especially if they nap. Do the business stuff because you can do a lot in a good hour if it's focused. I've learned to do that too. The nap time. Okay, it's go time. Let's go. I've only got this amount of time before it wakes up and craziness happens again. So that's just another thing that's worked for me too. It's changed a little bit since I just started to do JOB, but I've heard with full stay-at-home moms that's been really helpful too because sometimes it's hard getting those 20 minutes or whatever. So you use nap time.
Mhm.
So they clean the house, they do, you know, the chores, whatever, when the kids are awake, because the kids help, and when the kids are out, that's when they do their hour a day, hour and a half a day. So.
A couple other time management tips. Number one, 6 most important list. Have you guys heard Mary Kay Ash talk about it? If you read her book, some of you are like, oh yeah. How many people actually use that? How many people actually use the 6 most important list? Okay, a couple of you. Okay,
It's
so
on the app. It's on the
it is, it's on the app, but you guys, it is so,
Oh, that thing.
Yeah, where the
Oh,
link
okay.
Yes.
6 most important list is one of the best things you can do for time management. I'm probably going to totally butcher the story. I won't even try. Just read Mary Kay's autobiography. But basically, I don't know. I'm going to try and explain it. But basically, it's an awesome thing that can totally increase your productivity. And what you do is the night before you go to bed at night, and I do this every single night, is I make that plan for the next day. And you pick, like, for me, I have a list of a lot of things that I need to do, and I write everything down. You guys, I do not have a great memory, but everyone thinks I do, and it's because I write everything down. This planner is my life. Like, literally, if anything happens to this, I would die. I write down everything about everything that I have to do. And so I'm old school. I like to actually write things. I know y'all have technology and you like to put things in your phones or whatever. I like to actually write things down. And so that's just my own personal thing. But I make a list every day of the next day that I need things I need to do, and then you pick the 6 most important. Most important. And do the scariest one first, okay? Because we always put off the thing we really don't want to do. And so, yeah, we're going to move it till tomorrow. If something keeps getting moved until the next day, you need to do it first thing the next morning, right? So that's a time management tip. The other thing we talked about yesterday with the leaders is getting up earlier and taking the time to fill yourself up is the craziest thing. But you guys, if you take the time to work on you, that's why I talked to them about I want their growth plan, because that makes you better. And most women, they're getting up at the last possible second, and then they're running the entire day. The entire day you feel like you're behind. The entire day you feel like you're behind, and you're running all day long, and you're not getting ahead. If you get up earlier, and I shared with them yesterday, I am a sleeper. I love my sleep. But even I haven't been able to get up recently earlier. And so if anyone can do, if I can do it, anybody can do it, okay? Because I love my sleep. But I have been so much more productive. I've been happier. I've been living with more joy and more peace. And I feel better, and I have way more energy because I got up earlier and I took care of me. And you guys, if you want to be better with your time, you have to take the time to take care of yourself. So that means you take time to have quiet time with the Lord and fill yourself up. Affirmations, vision, exercise. Do those things that are important to take care of you, and you will have more time. Especially those of you that have kids, you got to get up for the craziness. You got to get up for the craziness. And you're worth it. And you are worth it to get up earlier, and you'll be happier, and you'll get way more done. Way, way, way more done. That's why Mary Kay has the 5 o'clock club, and I never thought I'd be a part of it. But I have gotten up at 5:20 a few days in the last few weeks, and I am glad to say that is quite the improvement. Now, I have issues going to bed early, so we're working on that. But anyways, the whole point is you got to take the time to take care of you, okay? And then delegation, that's another big thing on time management, is you got to delegate. You got to delegate. Anything, I've always been told, if it doesn't make you money or bring you joy, you can delegate it. Okay? So those are some time management tips. I need to go. I think Jen, are you done? Okay, so I'm gonna go. We're gonna swap gears, and we're gonna have Courtney's gonna take the new consultants. If you are new and have signed up in the last 2 months, go with Courtney down there. And Elizabeth and Pam and Christina, wherever she went, is gonna finish up on training. All right. Swap. All right, ready, set, swap.
Come on, Miss Pam.
Oh, that's my trash. My bad. I'm gonna come in front and leave. I'll let you take it. Okay. I'm like, I just need actually my key. Sure, I guess I'm starting this day. All right, so
Come back and do.
okay, that's cool. I'll just start. That's fine.
One thing I wanted to share really fast.
Yeah, go ahead.
The other thing that I found that works really well too, guys, like an hour at a time, because lately I've been working a full-time job.
Yeah.
So I've noticed if I give myself like 15-minute increments and stuff, then it's easier to concentrate for 15 minutes or try to get as much as I can done in 15 minutes. And then that way I can kind of mix it up. That's the idea of like having a power hour, but different 15-minute increments.
There you go. Yeah,
So that's kind of another way to split up.
yeah.
I just wanted to kind of throw that.
For sure, for sure. Thank you. Okay, so I can't be as loud as I want to, obviously, because this is happening right now, but that's okay. Because y'all can still hear me, so it's totally fine. Okay, so we're going to talk about sensitive-ish subject. Okay, so we're going to talk about image. There you go. It is for some. For some people, it could be. That was a big thing that was brought to my personal attention at $1 Million Weekend. Obviously, I stepped up a little bit, but we're gonna just talk about that a little bit. We're talking about image. Awesome. So Pam is up here with me too. And I'm gonna just have you start too, because Pam is gonna give us examples of a Mary Kate image.
Well, the kind of image, but
But I mean,
what she does is make sure she's on her game
yes.
when she's out and about.
As I'm out and about. Or if I'm having a busy day at work and I know I'm going to meet some people, this is what I have.
Oh. Fancy fancy.
Watch out. This is what I keep in my car. And this is my, no, this was seminar.
Oh,
This
that's
was
great.
seminar bag. Thank you.
Sure,
So-
I'm gonna shove them over here.
I keep a on-the-go image bag. So, guess what's in here? No, this is something I got from seminar. So I use all my bags that we get a bunch.
We
of bags
do.
from Mary Kay.
All
All
the
the
time.
time. So this was Chase. Yes, they got plastic on it. That's just me.
It keeps you from getting scratched.
Pantyhose.
Oh.
So I keep pantyhose in here.
She's got pantyhose in here.
Pantyhose.
She carries it around
And
her purse.
so you can use any bag that you have. So, of course, the old foundation, you can use this if you want.
That's a great idea.
We get these little doohickeys. I think it's a $5 thingamabob.
I got a bunch of those.
You can use that. And you can even use the Mary Kay translucent container. This I keep in my little to-go bag when we go traveling. So I have my allergy pills. And then I have a couple of Barbie pins. And
Earring
pins.
backs.
You can put earring backs in
Pull
there.
the thingy out of it.
Yeah, I just
How do you get it out?
Like with a fork or something?
Yeah.
Mhm. So you can use all of these little bags that you already have them. Just utilize them. So this is what I actually keep in my car besides with my pantyhose. It's my little to-go bags. So tissue, baby powder, because sometimes you need a little pick me up. And then all these little doohickeys that we get with our little bracelets and stuff in there. This I just keep some change in there because sometimes I do go downtown. And for some reason, I have money in my little change thing, but I have a husband and a son. All that money disappears.
Yep.
They don't know this is in here. Yeah. So I keep my little baggie. And of course, this is your little. This I keep my little nail stuff in. See, little nails. And I have tight teeth, and sometimes I get stuff stuck in there. So I have my little dental brush. and this cute little nail polish. See the cute little nail polish because you know that's to stop the runs.
Uh-huh.
Or if you have a
I was
bad
gonna
nail,
say,
put that on there.
Yep.
And what else I got here? Oh, this is the wipes. What are those 3-in-1?
Yeah, the facial
cloths.
Facial cleansing with soap in it, right?
It has the soap in there already. There's been times when I just was working real hard at work and stuff starts to smell a little bit. So you can take this in the bathroom, put a little water on it, clean yourself up, or you know, and then just saying. So I have all real stuff. So I have a little breath drop.
Oh, no.
Oh yeah,
No,
they
them hurt.
work. They work. Your nail chuffers. And I have some Mary Kay tweezers. Yeah, these are Mary Kay tweezers. Like back in the day.
Oh wow.
I have that in there. This is nail glue. Put all that back in.
Yeah, I got you.
And then of course your little deodorant. And I like Lysol because you know
You never know.
Stinky shoes.
Stinky shoes, or I've eaten some ice cream. Back to all of it. You can do that too. This is spray. This is hand sanitizer.
Oh,
That's a little spray. Sewing.
she's prepared.
I'm prepared. I'm covered. And I have to go somewhere, I am ready. Of course, eye drops and Band-Aids.
Band-Aids are so important. Listen.
Band-Aids. And this is my my summer eve.
Those are
Keep
nice.
it fresh.
Keep it fresh. This is what I keep my earring backings in and and this is a little bag from Mary Kay. Y'all know you have tons of them laying around something.
And all that stuff is in that bag right there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then this is my cool little makeup bag in case I just need it. So I just actually keep one part for me.
I know.
If I lose, and then this is just a little, so I keep this in my purse, in my car, and all you need is one little lip gloss.
Yeah.
And this is Fancy Nancy. Fancy Nancy goes
So
with
nice.
everything.
Really.
Everything. It doesn't matter what color you have on, you have your Fancy Nancy. And then if you have a little upset stomach, you keep your little peppermints. And this is just if I want some color for myself. Okay, and this is a Mary Kay bag. So you don't have to go out and buy anything. And then I just have an extra bag in case I have an accident or something. I don't know. You never know. So I have that.
Yay.
And how many lipsticks do you guys have in your purse?
85.
So many.
What's the highest that you have in your purse right now?
People have more of like one
I
specific
have
color.
one very, I don't have a lipstick problem. I never thought of it. I have a lipstick.
There was one time where I did not. How many is that?
I have 3 lipsticks and a lip gloss in my pocket.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it today.
That's
I
it.
know this is not a lady. Sometimes we wear Mary Kay.
You have 10?
Yeah.
Awesome. I have 9. Good job.
I didn't bring my purse today, so I'm
No, so I just have one. But I'm not like,
So,
It's been nice.
and one other thing I wanted to talk about, because when I actually started my Mary Kay business, I had 3 jobs. And so they kept telling me, you need to go to the meetings. I'm like, I don't have time to go to the meeting. So I made a commitment to myself to go to a meeting, and I worked a full-time job. Then after that full-time job, I would go and do 2 other part-time jobs. I always kept a skirt and a shirt in my car. Because I walked in one meeting, now it's like, this is bad. this is not good. Everybody was all nice and fancy and dressed up. So, but that's what Mary Kay business is all about.
Yep.
It's our image. And I'm not putting anybody on the spot tonight, tomorrow, next week. It's all on you.
Yeah.
That we should dress and be prepared for who we're gonna meet. We never know who we're gonna run into. And if you're kind of like, I don't like what I have on today, you're gonna miss the opportunity to bless somebody's life. Because you want to have that first impression.
Yeah.
It did take me a little bit to get out and actually start talking to people, but it was because my face was so bad. And then after I actually took the products off my shelf and started to use them, it's like, oh, it works. So, okay, now I'm gonna put some lipstick on.
Right.
I usually only had one lipstick in my purse, and I used it until I was digging it out with a knife or something. Just fingers, trying to get it all out. Now I do keep quite a few lipsticks. I didn't realize it until I counted them. And I was like, oh my gosh, I got 9 lipsticks in here. And the primer, and the oil mattifier, and the tissues. Yeah, the blush. Yep. So you never know who you're gonna run into.
And I mean,
Just be prepared.
we're representing the company of Mary Kay.
We're representing me.
We're a business woman, and so you know that whole people don't take it seriously. Don't there's that stigma.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, going to $1 Million Weekend, she emphasized if someone hasn't given you a compliment on your hair, your outfit, whatever, if you haven't gotten a compliment in a while, it's time to change it. Not saying you should totally drastically change yourself, because
One thing is,
yeah, but like not to, me personally, I went off $1 Million Weekend. I went and got a pencil skirt and I got some new glasses. And now, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love LuLaRoe, but it's not professional. And so that's for me personally, and I got called out a couple of times from my lovely friends. But it's not professional. And I mean, at corporate, they don't wear pants. All the women ever. The women wear skirts. Louis said one time they wore jeans. We had to donate to the Mary Kay Ash Foundation.
Mm-hmm.
One time. Once a year they do it. Men all wear suits. Women all wear skirts with heels. I mean, it's a standard we are setting. And so if we're, I don't want to say this wrong, but if we're getting laxed, then we're showing the future generation that they can be laxed. And then it kind of just slowly trickles. So if we set the standard high, then they follow it.
You guys know what Mary Kay attire is? I mean, we can get technical.
Mhm.
So beauty consultants wear a white shirt and a black skirt.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a red jacket or above, you wear a white shirt, a black skirt, and a red jacket. If you're a future executive director, you wear a black shirt, a black skirt, a red jacket, and scarf. And then, of course, sales directors wear your sales director suit.
So what are beauty consultants wear? A white shirt?
White shirt, black skirt.
Yeah.
No jacket or
No
nothing?
jacket or nothing. You wear your jacket.
What's up, Cheyenne?
So one thing I have to say is when we went to seminar last year, it was 4 o'clock in the morning. I was in the airport, yada yada yada. We didn't really think about it, but we've been up all night. We dressed to the T. Like it was one of those
Yeah.
things where Brianna and Candace was like, "Do not step off that plane, scrub it.
Yeah.
Don't do it."
Don't travel
Well,
with
you're going to travel. What if you're traveling with the national?
Yeah.
Not only that, but what if you're just traveling and somebody's like, "Oh, you're wearing that."
You
want that thing and
represent,
looking
yeah.
like that all
One
the
thing that
time.
really brought the whole image thing to my attention, I took my daughter to go try ballet class, right? And so I got there and I wasn't really tired. And I didn't feel my best, but there was like ladies sitting there who were in their suits and stuff from work. And I felt so insecure, you know what I mean? So I know that if I've been dressed up, I would be more likely to talk to somebody who was also dressed up as opposed to somebody who wasn't. Does that make sense? And so it helps my confidence in who I talk to when I feel my best when I'm out.
Like I know I wear heels, like you guys have seen some of my heels, but I have also had spine surgery and I have 2 knees that are going out.
Yeah.
Right? So it's only a matter of time before I'm gonna have surgery on that. There's gonna be times I cannot wear heels.
You don't have to wear
No.
Yeah, I was like,
I'm wearing a tennis shoe right now.
well, okay, right now, you
So heels are not Mary Kay attire.
if I'm in like an airport or whatever,
No.
I don't wear heels in my hair.
Oh, no. We were rocking flats when we were sitting, but it's like, no.
You just want to be
Presentable.
And one thing I also learned is that guys like
Yes, but girls.
British women don't.
But women don't.
You know what I mean?
And you're trying to impress the women, not the men.
And another thing that comes along with them is that I had just become aware of. I just got a dog. Okay, and it never crossed my mind that it would be a problem. But animals are a problem. Animals have hair. Animals have smells.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And there's a lot of people who are allergic, who are sensitive. So one thing, I've been trying to be more aware of is like, oh my God, I have a dog. Do I smell like dog? You know what I mean? You need to make sure. If you have a cat, oh my God, do I smell like
Or
cat?
children.
Or children. Do I vomit down
Just saying.
And so be mindful, even in coming to meetings and stuff. Like if you have a pet, you could have people here could be allergic to pets.
Yeah.
So just be mindful of that kind of stuff. And if you need to ask somebody, because people get nose blind,
Yeah.
And if you need to ask somebody, then ask somebody that cares about you. Like, how's this smelling today?
Or ask Pam. Or ask Pam. She'll tell you straight up.
So we're all friends, right? Yeah, we all friends. We all love each other.
Your sisters, are you gonna let your sister go out looking a mess if she's got mofos coming down her nose?
No.
Are you gonna tell her you're gonna let her walk around looking like a
Hey, I will.
Well, I mean, depending on how she acts,
I'm
just
But we
Okay, sorry.
Yes.
I wanted to kind of rebound off of what you said. So when I first started Mary Kay, I was actually in therapy twice a week, marital and my own therapy. And long and the short, for weeks I would go and she would do my stress level, and I would just wear normal clothes. And the one day that I went in my power suit, my stress level was the lowest she had ever seen it for like the 6 months I had been going to her. And she, the way that you feel.
Yeah.
Get up, get cute, get out.
Yeah.
Even if, if you can't wear heels to the grocery store, at least look presentable so that you don't have the scary feeling like, crap, did I brush my teeth good enough when I brushed out of the house this morning, or whatever.
Yeah.
When you're out with your kids or out at the grocery store, you're still a representation of Mary Kay. And when my therapist pointed that out, she complimented me. I felt like, you feel better about yourself. And that is, you get it back. Not that you're, conceited and no, you feel good. You feel better. So just, remember that.
And I want to challenge all of you guys to next week wear your power outfit.
Yeah.
And if you don't have a power outfit, start thinking about something.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're going to say too.
You know what I mean? Look somewhere and bring a picture of what you think would make you feel powerful. Because even if you don't have it now, you can piece and part it together. Goodwill's a great.
And you can go to the mall to Dress to Success. I just got 2 outfits from there. The one I wore yesterday was from
WRA,
it was
Women's Resources.
Yes, it's in the Citadel Mall. You can be a walk-in, and I mean, the seriousness is, you go in and ask for an interview outfit, but if you're going to directorship,
That's basically the same thing.
period, you're gonna have an interview every single day. If you're out interviewing people doing career chats, I mean, what's the it's not the traditional job, but we need to represent it well. So, Dress for Success, the Goodwill, I got all my outfits from the Goodwill when I first started. You need a black skirt and some pretty tops.
That's it.
Yeah.
I wore flat black shoes.
I can't either, but these are the ones I found that are comfy, but these are the only ones.
No,
that
when
are
it comes
banging.
to heels, I actually held my back up. It
Oh,
wasn't
yeah.
trying to like talk back. I stand proper,
Okay.
but there are days where
Yeah.
No,
you can put it on
when
any
it comes
kind of
to,
shoe.
when it comes down to like what we were talking about with Mary Kay attire, like each level, when it comes down to like tops, I definitely feel like the cleavage and stuff like that, but I have a couple of nice shirts where like the shoulders kind of cut off, and so it's like, it's not as like, I
Is
feel
it
like
for the women
covered
or
up.
for the men? That's what you ask yourself.
True.
Yeah.
Are you decent? Can you see your bra? Like I felt so self-conscious because my situation, it's harder for me to get dressed and put a bra on the back. So I have one that buttons with bra. Sorry to see mine, but it's made for tank top, so the straps are right here. And so every time I go out, I feel really self-conscious because I feel trashy because my bra is showing. Like, 'cause sometimes it's cute, like you go on the beach or, you know, whatever, but that's not what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, man. Okay.
That's exactly
I
how
know. And I mean, like Pam said, if you're coming straight from work and you don't have time, keep the spare clothes in your car. I've done that before. I've also been called out because I wore dress pants thinking, well, it's dress pants. No.
when I wear dress pants.
Yeah. So I mean, if you're working a 40-hour week job, but you don't have time to go home real quick and change, throw it in your car before you leave.
It's good to have an emergency outfit anyway.
Yeah.
Like, stuff
That's
happens.
all the emergency thing, like, if you don't know for like the skirts or whatever, Walmart has some decent skirts for a rather low price.
Yeah.
And you only need one or two.
Yeah.
Just keep in your car.
You wanna know how many outfits I wear going out? I wear the same outfit every time I go out.
a power outfit that I like to wear when I go out.
Sonia.
I was just gonna say, like, something off of what Jana was saying. I know that when I'm not dressed like the best, I don't
Yeah.
have the confidence to go and talk to other people. And like, not only are you representing Mary Kay, but you're representing yourself.
Yeah.
And so people are not like I mean, if you had somebody that dressed just like crazy and they were trying to teach you how to do makeup, like, they're not gonna take you.
Seriously.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
if I look like I'm in my pajamas, no, do it like this, girl.
Yeah.
Like, you're not gonna be like, okay. You know what I mean? They're gonna be
When
like,
I
what?
dress up and my 4-year-old says, "Oh, Mom, you look beautiful. Are you going to do some Mary Kay?"
Yeah.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Every time you see me.
They know, "Oh, you look so beautiful. You're going to do Mary Kay today?"
Yeah.
Because look at our children are watching. That was one thing I took from Candace's house.
Yeah.
Our children are watching us. Everything that we're doing.
That was the other day, I got like a new lead from the husband. Getting the girl's information, like I went and got a new phone, 'cause my phone was just done. And I was originally in sweats and like a tank top, and something was like, put some regular pants on,
Yeah.
you know, and like the tank top itself wasn't bad, but with sweats.
Yeah.
So I put some pants on, and I was going to see a friend of mine who worked there. And the guy happened to overhear me talking to my friend about it. He was asking me if I hadn't seen him in a while. He's like, "So how's everything doing? I see that you're doing this." And I was like, "Yeah." And I was talking to him, and the guy was like, "Yep, business card, day." Let me tell my wife. My wife's gonna be in contact. And I was like, "Okay."
Yeah.
And mind you, my phone wasn't working, so I couldn't really take the number.
Right, that's right.
But it was like, oh.
And I mean, I'm not saying, like, me personally, I don't wear skirts every day. I don't, but I still look presentable. I wear jeans with a nice top. Like, I have my face done. I've got kids. Wearing skirts is a little challenging with a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old, but like what's up? Yeah. Anyway. We don't get into that. But I mean, when I'm taking the kids to school, I'm still looking presentable because a lot of the teachers know I do Mary Kay. I did a Mary Kay teacher facial party. A lot of the parents, I do Mary Kay, you know. Or going to the grocery store, I still look presentable. You never know what's going to happen. Not saying I wear skirts or anything. If I'm specifically going to do leads, going to do marketing, I wear a skirt.
Event or doing something Mary Kay related, you need to wear a Mary Kay attire.
Yeah.
Whether it's coming to your meeting, going to your career conference,
Yeah.
Mary Kay, Mary Kay attire.
Yep.
In your orientation pack, Mary Kay attire.
That everyone reads 100%.
Well, I know, but Mary Kay.
And if you don't put on a full face, have
On the go. Yeah.
At least the stick.
On the go look is good too. Yeah, on the go is great. If you don't want to be on the go look, I personally do CC cream, eyeshadow, blush, and mascara.
I have nothing with them. It's in
So.
our orientation pack.
So anyway, that was just something we felt that needed to be brought up. It's been a while. So
And I went to a meeting in Denver last week. It was right before I broke my leg. And these women, every single one of them was dressed from dress.
Yeah.
Every single one of them. And I was taken back. I was like, and they took their businesses seriously. That's why they did it. I asked one of the ladies, like, does everybody always dress? No, some of them just had black skirt, white top, and then blue coat. But they dressed Mary Kay attire. And they, you know, they're like, we want everyone to come all the time anyways, right? But they know that they want to be looked at as a professional when they come.
especially if you're bringing guests too, like you gotta be represented. So that's just.
We have some really good fragrances, you know, take it off the shelf, but
Oh,
saying.
hold on. So, if you put on your fragrance, 15 minutes before you have to be somewhere. Don't stand out here and just
Yeah, no.
and take a shower in it, please.
Yeah.
No,
That's
because
taking
somebody's
minutes.
sensitivity to the fragrance.
Yeah.
Now sensitivity.
One thing I learned with modeling
Mhm.
about the fragrances, don't spray it on yourself. Spray it
And
and walk
walk
into
through
it.
it.
It'll
It'll
go
last
more,
longer.
and it's not as strong.
It's strong.
Yeah.
For people like me who have like reactive airways disease, it's so hard when somebody walks in, smells,
Dry.
and
Yeah.
they just pour the whole bottle on
Well,
themselves.
and I just can't stress enough the whole pet thing because people have allergies.
Yeah.
And it's dangerous. Yes.
Another thing, as far as pets are concerned, is keep one of those rollers in your car.
Yes.
So
They have
you
them
can
at
get all the pet
And you
hair
get them
off.
small too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her size.
Now, when you're a
Right in that
smoker,
little bag.
do not smoke right before you go into
No.
the facial. Make sure your breath is fresh, your teeth are clean, and you're not doing yup
And
now.
wash your hands because your hands stink.
Being a smoker.
Oh, yeah.
I'm always.
Or if you're gonna smoke, like put a hoodie on, cover your hair, and wear a coat, and then shed it before you go in.
It's true.
Yes,
No, it's
it's
true.
true.
All right, Jenna, do you want to check out Friday?
Yes, so thank you guys for listening to that. So
Yeah.
Fridays for, I don't know how long we do this, but we get a lot of people. But we're gonna start doing, themed events on Friday, and they're gonna be makeup related. So, this Friday, we're gonna do Flawless Face, and I'm gonna try to start from the bottom, which is, your foundation, and work up to eyes. So we'll do Flawless Face, and then we'll do probably something with lips and cheeks, and then we'll do something with eyes. So 3 weeks, and maybe we'll make it more. But so what they'll do on Fridays, they'll use the cleansing cloths, just wash their face. We'll use foundation primer, and then we'll do a foundation match. I'd like everybody, if you guys come, to have 2 choices of foundation for them to try on each side of their face. Liquid, cream powder, mineral powder, pressed powder, whatever. And brushes. I would really like for you guys to have brushes, because if we're gonna start demoing this kind of stuff, then you need to have the tools to be able to show people how to use them, because they learn how to use them, they will buy them. Okay? Yes.
Even if we don't have a guest, obviously we want to try to bring guests. Can we come just to kind of see how you do
gotta
it?
bring all your stuff. You gotta bring your own
Okay.
stuff. So, so we'll start with just foundation and starting at the bottom, and then the next week we'll do lips, and we'll do primer, and we'll do lip liners, and we'll do blush matching, and we'll do a couple different lip looks using dark lipstick, light lipstick, and we'll use lip gloss. Okay, and then highlighter, maybe we'll do some highlighter, and then the next week we'll do some kind of eye look, and we'll do eye primer, eyeliner, 2 different kinds of mascara, 1 on each eye, so they can see the differences. We'll do lash primer, mineral powder. We won't do real eyeliner because unless you have the samples, it's hard. I'll teach everybody how to use a smudger brush to do and use mineral powder for mineral.
I tell.
Yeah.
Smudge the eye.
What is this? Eyeshadow.
What if we don't have everything that you're asking for? Can you
I'll
reach
make
out?
a list, and then maybe somebody will have something to borrow. I have tons of eyeshadow samples, so I can help with that. And I have brushes, I just don't know. I haven't the total of how many I have, so I'll come up with that. But we'll post something on the Facebook page. But
You're gonna make a new page for all this stuff?
no, we'll post it on the Courageous area.
Oh, okay, cool.
And I'll try to come up with a good solid list of products that you need to have at each event.
Sonia.
Yes.
Is this taking the meeting at 6:30? That's what we're gonna be doing
Yeah.
at 6:30 on Friday?
Yes. 6:30 on Friday. Yes.
Instead of what we've been doing now.
And it's been proven that when you use the brushes, you sell the brushes.
Because they're gonna like what they do with them. I'm not gonna teach you for using applicators. I'm sorry.
I saw one of the nationals, I think, walks around with invitations in her purse. So if you have we know that the special things are coming up, go to the dollar store, buy some invitations when you're at the grocery store talking to somebody, invite them and say, hey, let me go ahead and make sure I get you the right directions. Let me get your number so I can text you, or you can get in touch with me. And so use the invitation to the event as ways to do icebreakers out in public, even when you're not warm chatting, just to invite people.
So I'll teach you guys some things, even if you don't bring people, but I would really like you to bring people.
Like I'll bring you, I mean, I'll teach you guys, but, I'm gonna make cookies. I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. So I want you guys to make some money.
How'd you get the skunk?
I don't know. So please, starting this Friday at 6:30, I really want to do these things. I know they're important to you, help build you guys' confidence too, with makeup application and stuff. I'm not the greatest. I'm not a makeup artist, so please don't take anything I say.
Okay, so those of you who don't know Jenna very well, her. She learned something and she learned it. So don't listen to her. I don't know.
That's why she got the skunk.
She knows. She knows what she's doing. She went out of her way. One of our friends is blind. She went out of her way to learn how to teach a blind person to put on makeup.
Yeah.
This woman knows what she's talking about. This woman knows how to make cells.
She's a director.
So she says, you need this for this facial.
Do it.
Do it. Because you're going to make money.
All right, I'm talking about the brush applicator.
If you have a new brush set, bring me into it.
I've got 4 of them. Girl, I've got brand. Okay, ready?
Chelsea, break that shit out. Break
I
that
did that at Candace's house yesterday, and I was like,
Alright. We're gonna stand for our empowering
break it out.
today. You guys ready? Alright. I am great. I am great. I am wonderful. I am wonderful. I am a woman of excellence.
I am a woman of excellence.
I'm a superstar.
I'm a superstar.
I will let nobody push my buttons.
I will let nobody push my buttons.